side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets
I had to
on
start
them, and
broadcasting because
most of these guys are
this
self-motivated.
guy just did the same play 3-4 times, so it's against the rules to keep running the same stuff. As you can see, 3 tight end, 1 wide receiver. He's been doing that the whole game. He either going to do a stretch or the play action roll out. Let's see which one he do.
Jameis now on first down. And Winston lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Here's Luck now on second down. And they'll find the open man on the right side. It's Kane. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there at 22. On first, here's Washington. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal. Trying to pound it in with Washington. And he takes it in for a Colts score. DeAndre Washington, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. And he knocks it through. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. Jackson now to return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters.
Turning it over,
the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Doesn't seem like he got any plays.
First down, Winston. Right side caught by Jackson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Winston to Godwin on the connection there for a Tampa Bay first. Now a first down carry by Jones. There he goes inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Now a second down throw for Winston. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Love. And he finds a man on a crossing route.
He got tired. You seen him? He got tired.
A huge play that time for the Colts.
You know, that play never really opened because Hughes is sticking it, but he not playing Hughes. He let the computer do it. He let the computer do it, man. That shit always do it.
But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston that he goes to Stanford. He's got it all.
He sits on the line, trying to get block shed.
More than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that his defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And his throw is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Throwing on third down. Luck.
Hey, what the hell animation was that?
Down. Some mistakes already in the first quarter. If he holds on to that one, first down.
Yeah, I guarantee you that at least one defensive back out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on that run. And while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Jameis on 2nd down. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Airing this one out for Evans. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told.
Really
and
just
the Colts will go
on
on offense here, 1st and 10.
That's terrible. I could chop him off all day. This is ridiculous.
Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start the drive with Washington. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good
and some bad. If he on that line, he sucks.
Shut it down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. He's going to fire this. That's caught inside the 20.
Look at that, bro.
That goes for a gain of 31.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Sitting on that line. You better play some user. You don't play no user, you ain't never going to beat me, brother.
From the red zone now, Locke.
I got you, bro. I see you.
Ebron caught left side. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. DeAndre Washington with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Jameis to throw it. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not doing much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Throwing, Winston. He's going to air one out. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They go with Washington to begin the drive. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Luck now to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. That one goes for 24 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On 1st down, Locke. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. On second down, Washington. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll fire away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And after the made field goal, here's Adam Vinatieri to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Glitch.
First down throw for Winston. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Yeah, that shit was glitching.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Second down, Winston. Flushed out right. And Blake, the tight end's got it. Takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, it gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
Winston. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Winston now to throw on first down. And Winston lost the football. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said,
you to sit on that line. You better play some music, boy.
Away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get to the football and make it happen, and that he does.
23 yards on the play.
It must be something about the night air, because he is putting on an absolute show under the light.
Yeah, we've established anything in his vicinity, he's grabbing it, running it, Washington. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This one from 46 yards out. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach,
this dude just sitting on the line. He ain't playing no
kick this one away.
That's crazy. I'm having to feel that.
Jackson now to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know. I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not. We'll find out. A dump underneath to Jones. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 8 on the play, and they're going to face a third down. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Third and short yardage. Winston. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
You cannot play Madden and sit on the line anymore. I'm telling you right now.
So that'll come back to the 20.
I can do that now
as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like? For the most part, not nearly as emotional.
That's why you sit on the line. Trash.
Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
He'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Like I'm playing a computer. I'm practicing right now. I'm about to just try some plays out. You know what I mean?
On 1st and 10, Locke. Ebron with it over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Oh.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On 1st down, it's Long.
Touchdown.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to get it to Donald Pumphrey. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately, They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Luck going to keep it on the sneak. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Andrew Luck, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts have got it on cruise control. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that will extend this big lead.
Dude out. Look, it's 30-0. Just keep scoring.
Vinatieri out there to kick this one away.
He actually sits on the line. He doesn't even play user. Are you serious right now?
Jackson now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball.
And Winston lost the football. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the gun, Winston. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Oh, this guy.
And the Colts getting ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd down, here's one. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Washington on 3rd and short. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Man, get off that line, Dougie Fresh.
Luck on 1st down. He's going to flip
that block.
There
we go, touchdown.
He's getting daylight. He's at the 40. 20. 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. DeAndre Washington taking it in. And the Colts just continue to pour it on. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Jackson now to return. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Only 3 yards on the catch.
Gotta stop doing that. Down. Tell you, little tank.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Excuse me.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Back now in Indianapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Luck. And he connects with Ebron. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed runner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Going up top. And that is going to be pulled in one.
Come on, the tippy toe. The tippy toe. They got me on my tippy.
51 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. DeAndre Washington, a 9-yard touchdown grab.
Look at
and
the
Colts have got it on cruise control. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Running back got held up and everything.
Vinatieri out there to kick this one away.
This is 4. What am I? 3-2. About to be 4-2 with the Colts.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And right now these guys are shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Where you at, bro?
They'll pitch it out to Jones. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming.
The whole 1st quarter, he tried to do this 3 tight end, 2 tight end formations. I shut him down and scored like 17 points on him. He's still doing it. At some point, bro, you gotta pass.
To throw is Winston.
Come on!
Incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down.
I knew he was going to throw a pick. Come on. Come on, buddy.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Watch this. Just watch.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Dirt Cutter's guys go for it, but come up empty. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Now a first down throw, Lock. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Let's go. We gotta do something better.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Let me see something. Let me see if this works.
Luck looks to throw on
yes, it does. Yes, it does. Oh, he dropped it.
It's intercepted at the goal line.
I found the play.
Positioning, and it's picked up.
Oh, snap.
Well, this D, particularly
look at this. He dropped it right in his hands.
They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, took a little more time off the clock.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Jabbar
God.
in there to drop
that play don't work. You tried it all first quarter. It don't work. They don't even know what to do. None of his plays working. They don't know what to do. I ain't even allowed. I'm not
Winston
even.
Needing a big
I can't even get to my other defensive plays because it's like,
3rd and long.
What for? These kids today.
Winston now. And he's going to go down right near the goal line.
These kids, children.
They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
How dare you?
Time for a break. Here's Brian Anger now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick.
Around block.
He'll take it at the 42. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
I like that play. This is how I create my own plays, man. I just pick a play, do like 18 hot routes.
Luck gonna throw it.
Oh, wide open. I'll take
Man
that.
open right side, it's Rodgers.
Okay.
And the stop here will come
Let's do
at the
that.
38-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Let me run the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
From the gun, here's Love. Caught right side,
Davis. Man, play Dougie for us, man. It's a dig, it's a dig, it's a dig.
8 yards on the first down completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
It's a waste of time. They should have just gave me a forced win. There's no reason to even play this kid. See that? It's triangle.
Out of the gun, Love. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Love.
Oh, he dropped it!
And it's incomplete. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt, the number 0.
Until next time, y'all see the next game.
A shutout.